Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Jessie B. Scrapbooking's 2 years YouTube celebration hop. And you can scrap lift her, and this is the layout that I am scrap lifting, and it is also 30 days of sketches, round 11 with Christy's Beautiful Life. And the sketch for today is really similar to Jessie's layout. So I decided I could go ahead and combine the two. I'm not going to have 4 photos, so just so y'all know, I'm only going to have one. And it's this photo of my grandson, Kyler. Oh, and I've been trying to pull out things that are old and use them. And I got this, I believe, on QVC many years ago. I don't even know how many, but it is mostly metal findings of sorts. And I'm going to use a couple of brads and a swirly thing and the vellum thing. And the swirly thing is because Jessie has one in her layout. I'm also going to use this 3D embossing folder of Tim Holtz. And I think it's called Foundry or something like that. And then the screws, they're not screws, they're gears. I'm going to use the gears. And this is by Stamperia. And this one's by Bo Bunny that Debbie gave me. And this one is Bramble Fox. And then the Grudge, I plan on using the little ones that look like really messy X's. And I believe this is Doris, and I'm going to use it also. The collection I'm using is Mintay Garage, and it's the first Mintay I've ever owned. I have considered many a time and put it in my cart online buying the books for the Fussy Cutting Flowers, but I'd always talked myself out of it. And so I looked at this and I didn't have to do any talking. I just wanted to get it. And this is, I fussy cut some stuff. I didn't finish it. But there's the uh, laser cuts. And I'm not going to use that embossing folder. And this is the paper I'm going to use. And I'm showing there where I took twine ahead of time. Well, I think it was jute. And went over the, well, it was, looked like wire for the hanging lights and stuff. And then extra just to curl up. And I went over all of it on top with that jute. Now, I do the 30 days in advance. So well, as many as I can get done. And I'll go to the layout. I'll go by inspiration first. I'll look at it and think, okay, I'm going to do that one today. And because I've got a photo in mind and maybe, what to do with it. And this one, I looked at it and I thought, oh yeah, my other thing I have to do is look to see if I committed to any other thing for that day. And Jessie had this hop, so I thought, well, I'll go look at her sketches, her layouts for Scrap Lift, and go through there. Well, this one popped up right away because it was for Mixed Media Mayhem, but she did not do all that mixed media looking on there. She put some on there, which I am repeating here. I used the numbers stencil, and she used a number stencil. She used um, font one with words on it, script it's called. She used one of them. I'm using a Bo Bunny stamp too, and then she used another one, and so I am using the crosses on it. And on the layout, it looks like it's got mixed media all around the photo that's in the center. And then it does have 3 more photos, which I am not going to use. But instead of me having mixed media all the way around, I've got all this other stuff from the garage. And it's really pretty. It's got vintage looking everything. I mean, everything in there. And I am going to put my photos about same place both layouts have. Well, layout and sketch. I'm going to call them inspiration pieces since they are both different. I took this founding one and I cut around it to make the top part look a little like there's stuff going to be up there. There is going to be other stuff with it, but I thought I'd add to it by cutting it according to the lines on the embossed piece. And I am, well, I cut that one chunk out because I thought it's just too cute to leave it behind the photo, and I'm going to put it somewhere else on the layout. And then I took alcohol inks because they look really good on shiny stuff. And I took slate first because it's a gray color and to tone down some of the shine. And I got carried away and got in the center, and I knew I was not going to have any of the center showing, but I was just kept going. And I'm going to pull all those gears out and do them also with the gray. And then I'm going to pull out ginger because I got to thinking I could use the ginger and have some rust looking stuff on here. So that's what I'm putting on there now. And I'm trying not to spread it too far because I want splotches of rust on there. And some of those pieces that I cut out, the rectangular ones, I'm not going to be using. And of course, some of the gears I'm not going to be using either. But I wanted to just go ahead and fix them because chances are I'm going to do another layout out of this garage. My photo, as I said, is my grandson Kyler, and he is right in front of a garage, and he's dressed to go riding. And I thought, well, it's close enough. There's a garage right there behind him. I can use my garage papers since I just got them. Well, within 2 hours of getting them, I was working on the layout. That's how quickly I wanted to play with this. I was kind of surprised to see the garage theme, well, the masculine theme. But I did see on a video after I had ordered this that it was the first masculine theme that they've ever done on Mintay, but they had a lot of requests for it. This is a vintage looking camera, and you know how the flash will have, well, the plastic in front, but behind that, behind the bulb, it'll have like, well, I use diamond plating because it kind of reminded me of diamond plating. Oh, and I finally remembered to zoom back out. I am putting it behind there, and I put foam tape between it and the frame part, so it'd be three-dimensional. And yeah, that's the biggest flash I've ever seen on a camera, I think. But well, I'm going to do it that way because it just had white there before. And I added that piece of vellum with the metallic frame. And see how the gear shows the white behind there? It don't show as silver. It shows as white. And when I go to take the close-ups, I'll take the picture of that. And I think, man, I really don't like that. All through the video, I was thinking I didn't care a whole lot for it. But once I took the close-up, I didn't like it. So I'm going to put a piece of scrap paper about the color of the background. It's really close. It's a patterned paper that was in my little scrap bowl right beside me, so it was quick and easy. And I put it behind it so that it wouldn't have the white looking. If it had silver, I think I would have liked it a lot better, but it looked more white every time I looked at it. And Jessie's layout has a cluster to the right of the photo and at the top of the photo. So I'm going to have both those for Jessie. And then the sketch has a title on a tag. So instead of a tag, I'm going to use that suitcase. And I think it's one of those boards where you can put letters on there. And I thought it was a chalkboard at first, and I wrote on it with a gel pen. You will see that in a few minutes. And my pen kept skipping, and I didn't think it looked very good. So I decided I'd replace the black and use some letters that look like one of those signs have on there. And so I used those right there. And that's why I had to show them, because it was a last minute decision. And so I put "so cool" there. And I like that a whole lot better. I'm pulling my findings back in here and trying to figure out what I'm going to use next. And so, yeah, I'm going to use that swirly thing, and I'm going to put it up above the photo. And I do put, after the video's over and I go to take the picture, a little sticky dot to hold it in place. I think they're called Zots. But yeah, it'll keep it there forever. And when I do take the pictures, I am going to add some more of that jute in a few more places, small pieces of it, but I'm going to add a little bit more of it. And now I think all I'm doing is adding mostly gears to the layout. And some will have foam tape. No, none of the gears have foam tape. What am I talking about? I'm watching myself and thinking, oh, I put foam tape here. But no, there's no gears with foam tape behind them. I am taking the little tiny enamel dots. I thought about using the brads up there in that box, which I did use 2 on stars. But I decided on that sign I was going to use the little black enamel dots to give it something a little bit different. And the reason I decided to add the silver gears and have the brighter color is to brighten the layout up a little bit. I know it has lots to it. Since they are so close to the same thing, it seems like to me anyway, I figured I could combine the two. And yeah, so I have a cluster in the upper left-hand corner to go with Debbie's layout. And did I mention it? The sketch is by Debbie Barton. I might have missed it this time around on my voiceover. But yeah, I had fun, lots of fun, adding all this extra stuff to get it to go all around my photo, like the layout and the sketch have, and to have clusters in the same place as the layout and the sketch. So yeah, that meant I had twice as much, and you all know I like more. Now, I do like the B-side. I love the B-side. And if it wasn't for the sketch and the layout that I am using as inspiration, I probably would have used the B-side. I might have cut some stuff from this side to use on my layout, but I would have probably used that side part of it anyway for a layout. I think I'm about getting done. I put a light that I had fussy cut out of the 6x8 paper pad up there, and I clipped the wire off of it. Well, I think it might be a chain, and had foam tape under the light, and then I glued the chain down to the paper so it looked more three-dimensional. And I'm just adding a couple of more screws here and there, and then my splatters. And for the splatters, I'm using fossilized amber because I thought it looked a lot like the yellow background, but it's more like whatever I sprinkle it on, it picks up whatever color it wants to use. And I sprinkled it on the camera, and more went on there than I expected. And I was like, oh, and then, boy, I like that though. Really quick, I thought that. But then when it dried, it was a complete different color. I still like it. However, I did get scared for a second there and thinking I wouldn't like it. But that's it. That's my layout. Make sure you check all the links down there for Jessie's Hop and go to her channel and see what she's got going on. And you also check the playlist for Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. But isn't this gorgeous paper? And there's my big splatter on the camera, but I like it. Like I said, I do like it. And I cut the vellum there. I put that yellow piece under there, yellowish color. And there's the barbells. And like I said, I added some of the jute towards the end since I had it all up at the top and a little behind the photo. I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit more because if you look on the inspiration sketch, it does look like it has streamers from the stars. And so yeah, I thought I'd go ahead and add a little bit more since I'm combining. I've never done that before, but I had fun doing it. But if you leave a comment below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those who already are, thank you so much. I appreciate that too. And thank you all for watching my video today. I know there's lots out there to choose from, especially with 30 days going on and the hop today. But have fun checking everything out. Bye.